Moja na maswali mengi ambao watu mmenitumia, you guys have expressed an immense love and I am so grateful for each one of you. The love, oh Nila, we are so in love with you, you're amazing, all this and that, and I'm really grateful because I mean, being loved is a beautiful feeling, don't we agree? And there are those who have asked really deep questions. There are those ambao wameuliza how did you get there. Kuna watu wanataka kujua the art of cut working. Kuna watu wanataka kujua the art of standing in front of the camera and all these things, which this is why I'm here for it. And kuna watu ambao especially the question ambao nataka kudiscuss leo, kuna watu wametaka kujua how did you get there, how did you end up there, how did you, kuna watu ambao nimesoma nao shule za secondary and everything, and I remember wakati niko secondary I used to be beaten so much kwa sababu I used to speak Swahili a lot and I remember a few of my friends recently asked me like, dude, how do you speak such great English and all these questions, and I was like, you know what, I think I decided like, you know what, I don't want to be that person who doesn't know. I don't want to be that person who can't do it. I don't want to be that person who, if it's conversation that involve English, I stay back and I'm like, I don't know what to say. I can't talk. I can't do this. I can't do that. So I decided, you know what, I am gonna put my effort. I'm gonna fight tooth and nail. I'm gonna do whatever it takes until nifike mahali ambapo na mimi naweza kuongea Kiingereza kizuri, naweza kucommunicate vizuri na watu, naweza kufanya everything that I can do and feel like, you know what, I'm a person among people, like kwa sababu let's be honest, kama kuna kitu ambacho we are all struggling with, it's self-worth. And for me, I struggled a lot with self-worth kwa sababu I come from a broken family. My parents were never together since I was like 2 years old. So I didn't go to those English academy schools, so I went to normal schools. I didn't like even nakumbuka mwaka 2005 ambao wakati nimemaliza secondary, nakumbuka nilipomaliza tu secondary nikana nasemaje, unajua nini? Hapa I just wish ni feli, ili nikifeli I will speak to my dad kwamba yani ikiwezekana nirudie shule ya msingi, lakini when I repeat niende shule ya English academy ambao nakumbuka kipindi hicho ilikuwa ni Arusha School jijini Arusha, Tanzania. So nikasema anyway, nikipata nafasi labda ya kusoma English Academy, maybe I'll feel better, maybe I will know how to speak English, maybe I'll feel, because there's that thing where if you are among people who speak this certain language, you're like, maybe I feel left out, I don't feel worth it, I don't feel all these things. But God forbid, I passed, and then I passed to another government school. And then when I passed to another government school, I remember wakati tuko form 1 tukawa ni unabidi uongee Kiingereza, yani ghafla binvu. And for me, my fight was this. I've studied tangia shule ya chekechea nimesoma Kiswahili, shule ya msingi Kiswahili, alafu nimekuja kufaulu kwenda sekondari, all of a sudden wanatuambia tuongee Kiingereza. That was a very big struggle for me kwa sababu how am I supposed to learn and understand and speak English overnight? That was impossible. So I used to be, nilikuwa na chapo, I have marks on my body, I have scars ambao until today when I look at them it represents the times when I couldn't even speak English. So I look back and I'm like, you know what, I come a long way. I've learned now, I know how to speak English and all these things. And how did I learn how to speak English? First thing first, kwa sababu najua sisi wa Tanzania we're struggling with that. We're always shy. Kwa hiyo Watanzania wengi tuna ile kwamba tunaona aibu ukiongea Kiingereza, sio watu watakucheka, ukiongea Kiingereza broken watu watakuona waajabu. Lakini let me tell you something, huko duniani huko ambako we are all struggling to go, huko ambako kuna maisha, kuna kila kitu, kuna mikataba ambayo labda utapata kazi duniani, mkataba umeandikwa wote kwa Kiingereza, nobody will understand kwamba wewe hauelewi sijui Kiingereza, wewe, nobody will understand that. So I urge you, my brothers and sisters, to put the shyness away. Yani acha mambo kusema mtu sijui anakuonea aibu. Leave them alone. It's their business. It's your life. At the end of the day, when you get to a place where you speak a good language that everybody wishes to understand, everybody, you can communicate with people from different places all over the world. Kwa sababu at the end of the day, we have to agree kwamba right now English is the universal language where everybody communicates via English. You can't go to certain countries if you can't speak English. How are you gonna get anything done for you? How are you gonna get, I don't know, certain things? Because for me, I even had struggles, even though nilipata shida kujua Kiingereza and everything. Even my first contract with boss, I remember I read the contract. It's only now when I look back and I'm like, I really didn't understand what I was even reading. But long story short, back to self-worth. A lot of us are struggling with self-worth. And as for me, coming from a broken family, not having maybe my parents all the time around me, not having people to maybe assure me that it was okay to be a kid, it was okay to be a child, not having people to just be there for me as a child. And it felt like a struggle, because now when you grow up, you always wish people to validate you. You always wish for people to tell you, oh, you're doing this right, oh, you're doing that right, and all these things. So it was an internal fight where I was always battling myself, battling kwamba, okay, am I worth it? Am I okay? Am I deserving of this? Am I great? Am I good? Am I enough? Am I beautiful? Am I, all these things. And fast forward, I remember 2013 when I won the Tanzania Top Model. I remember after winning the competition that night, and I woke up the next morning and I was hoping that my life will magically change. I was hoping that when I wake up, I will feel something different. I will be completely different. My life will be like completely different, out of this world. But guess what? When I woke up that morning, my life was the same, but I had a title on top of me. I was the Tanzania Top Model. And for God's sake, I was frightened, because first I was like, okay, now I have this title. On top of all my problems that I already been imposed, it's been impossible to deal with them, like the self-worth, like yani mimi najiona kama I'm not enough, like I'm not beautiful enough, and all these things. Sasa nimeshashinda hii title, now what am I supposed to do with this title? And then fast forward, I started having interviews, I started going to places where you have to speak, where you have to be there and stand up for yourself, and I was like, good God, forgive me, like I don't understand, what am I supposed to do? And from there, I felt like that's when I started searching for my self-worth. And you don't search your self-worth from people. Hauangalii kwamba how do people see me, hauangalii kwamba how do people think of me, hauangalii kwamba oh my family, oh my friends, no. At the end of the day, it begins with you and ends with you. How you look at yourself in the mirror, what you think of yourself, what you believe about yourself, that's what is about you, and that's all there is about you. So nakumbuka mwaka 2013 I struggled a lot. I went to several depression, 2013, 2014, because I was like, I am lost, I don't understand. I don't know what to do. Yes, you have a title on top of you, but again, nothing makes sense. Nothing feels right. You feel like you're in the wrong place. I was not getting money out of the title, you know what I mean? I did not have a car like everybody else. I still didn't come from a good family. Nothing changed. I only had a title on top of me. And that was a big struggle for me, because now I had to live up to the title. Like I just couldn't be in the street because, you're a Tanzania Top Model. You just can't be anywhere because, you're a Tanzania Top Model. So I remember in 2014, struggling within, I was like, you know what, I wanna go to a place where nobody knows me, and then I can start over. And I felt like that was the best decision I've ever made in my life. And even today where I'm standing here, that's what made me that decision. And I remember I was about to turn 22. It was like a month or two before turning 22, and I was like, God, if there's one thing I need and I'm asking of you, if there's a possibility for me to leave this country before my 22nd birthday, oh my God, that would be a dream. And I did the most. Like I was trying to speak to my friends, family, like, guys, I need to go to South Africa, I need to do this, I need to do that. And by the time I had already been searching, like, okay, the agencies, and at the end of the day, I was already developing this dream. Yes, I became a Tanzania Top Model, whatever the case. And that thing that gave me like a foundation. So I was like, okay, so now I'm a Tanzania Top Model. I didn't even want to be a model at the end of the day. I was just doing it for fun when I became a Tanzania Top Model. And then when I went to Egypt to represent the country, I met 42 girls from all over the world. And you meet all these people and they're talking about one thing. Everybody was brought there by one thing, modeling. And I was like, oh, so this is real. This is something. And I remember I met this girl from South Africa, Andronette. I'm so grateful for her. She was like, you know what, if you came to South Africa, they would sign you. And she signed with Boss Model South Africa. And eventually I got signed to Boss Model South Africa. So also, if you cannot something there, when you choose a road, things will happen. Doors will open for you and you'll be led to where you're supposed to be going. So 2014, I packed my bags, and 2 days before my birthday, I landed in South Africa with only 3,000 rand, which is, I don't know how equivalent right now to T shillings, but it was maybe like Kisita like Tanzania. So when I went to South Africa with 3,000 rand, I thought it was a lot of money. I thought this money would last me maybe a month or two. I had a ticket for 1 month to stay there and get signed and do all these things. And I remember within the same week, the money had finished, because I was supposed to pay rent, I was supposed to eat, I was supposed to go around. So the money had finished. And that's where the struggle really began. And what the struggle really told me is that I was not a quitter. Because even when I had to starve, even when I had to go homeless, even when I had to sleep in the street, even when I had to like cry myself to sleep, I didn't quit. I was like, you know what? My whole life, it's been painful. It's been a battle of wondering, who am I? It's been a battle of wondering, where am I going? Why am I here? It's been a battle of trying to find my self-worth, my purpose as a person, as a girl, as a woman, all these things. So I was like, you know what? I've finally found a road that I want to walk on, and I am not getting off this road. No matter come rain, come shine, I am walking this road. So 2014, it was a struggle. 2015, I officially moved to South Africa, and I worked as a model with Boss Models the first few months. The first 8 months, I remember I did not even book any job. And my first big commercial, I booked it in August, which was with Cell C South Africa. And so all this time, imagine, I did not have an extra job. I did not have anything. And I remember some other time I had to battle between buying electricity or eating. And buying electricity, then you'll be able to watch TV, you'll be able to have, you know, some peace of mind, or just, you know, just electricity and have power on. But then if you buy food, you will also need to cook, because Tanzania South Africa kuna majiko ya umeme, kusema nitawasha jiko la umeme, jiko la mkaa sijui nitafanya nini, ni majiko ya umeme. So I was like, okay. Sometimes it was a battle between kuchagua kulala njaa au kuwasha taa. And some days unaamua tu kuwasha taa kwa sababu I started reading books. So it was like, you know what? At the end of the day, if I can't feed my stomach, then at least I'm going to feed my soul, I'm going to feed my mind. So I chose that, and I started reading a lot of books in 2015. 2016, I got to a place where I had to choose, and I even worked in a club as a hostess. Like, I did a lot of things, and I was in a place where you get through a lot of temptation. Yani sometimes you don't even have hela ya kula, you don't even have hela ya nauli kwenda kwenye casting, and then you meet a person because you're working in a club. You meet a person at night, they're telling you know what, if you live with me, I'm gonna give you 30,000 rand. And you stand and think, you know what, should I not? But then I remember 2013 actually, before I even became top model. I remember there's this movie I watched, and then the girl was speaking to the guy, and then she was telling the guy that sleeping your way to the top will get you there, but it will not keep you. So that line stuck with me, even when I was in South. And it's just things that you don't even understand how they happen or how they're gonna affect you in the future. So I remember in South Africa, when you go through these things, I was like, I cannot sleep my way to the top. I have to struggle. I have to go whatever I have to go through to get there by my own feet. So yes, 2016 I struggled a lot. I went through depression, a 2-year depression, which I came out of it early 2018, just after going homeless, all these things. And then you meet a lot of people who are like, you know what, maybe you should quit, you should do this, you should do that. And then nobody really ever understands what's within you than you. That's why I'm saying nobody can ever validate you than yourself. And as much as I wanted to maybe divert, as much as I wanted to take the easier road, as much as I wanted to just give up and kufanya mambo mengine, I could never, because I had already committed myself. Which brings me back to the kitabu ambacho nimesoma this weekend cha Dr. Mengi, ambayo inasema I can, I must, I will. Hichi kitabu anakuambia the I can is when you decide kwamba come rain, come shine, this thing is what I'm going to do. I am going to start this journey, I am going to travel on this journey, and I am going to see it through. I must is when you have chosen the journey. Now you are already on it. If you don't walk on it, who is gonna do it for you? So that was it. And reading this book is like, took me back, and I'm like, oh, I really chose the road. I really chose to travel this road. And look at me today. I am here. Yes, I'm not rich. I don't have, I still struggle financially, materialistic. I still struggle with so many things. But guess what? I have something so big within me that I know myself. I know my self-worth. I know if I walked in a room full of professors, I can still speak and let them know, like, you know what? I read some philosophical books. I read some this, and this is what I think about the world. This is what I think about myself, this is what I think about people, this is what I think about health, this is what I think about education, all these things. And I feel like before we go anywhere at all, I think we need to start here. You need to start by understanding yourself, because if you don't understand yourself, there will never be anything that will make sense to you, because everything else will be a noise outside. To wrap up my video today, the coming videos we're gonna talk about other topics like nitawaonyesha the art of being in front of a camera, and I'll show some catwalking, I'll show myself when I'm in shoots, whatever the case. But right now I just want you to listen to this story or hear this story, and if you can get anything at all from it, from me kutokujua Kiingereza mpaka sasa hivi naongea Kiingereza mpaka mwenyewe naogopa, to me from not being anybody to now I'm feeling like I'm really somebody, and we can all testify to that. So maybe maybe this will teach you something, maybe this will show you that it is possible, maybe this will show you that we can all do it. So my hope is you learn something and you take something from this, and it's your humble Nila Bernard, always and forever, sending you so much love and respect. Thank you so much.